red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Flags, red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts, you can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road, you better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah, we gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts, we in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, peace, love and light, peace, love to the family, peace, love and light to the family, peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Melanin Monday. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. Let me know how we sound on the audio, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how we sound on the audio, all right? That song that you just heard, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is the Facts remix by the 44 Tops. Let me see. Where's the CDs at? Where's the CDs at? Shout out to everybody that has gotten their copy of the 44 Tops. All right. Shout out to everybody that has gotten their copy of the 44 Tops. You dig? Shout out to all of y'all. And I will be signing them for anybody that wants the John Hancock on the album. This is a 7-song album. The shit is fire. It's what we call Cosmic Soul. Okay? Cosmic Soul. And this is for all ages, all demographics, all tastes musically, you know? It's something in there for everybody. So shout out to everybody that's been supporting that. You could go ahead and get the album by utilizing that link right there that you see scrolling, or this link right here. You can go ahead and get yourself a copy of one of these. You know what I mean? And then, and this is not a soft, I'm not cold pitching you. I'm just reminding you. This also is part of the release. We have an activity book to go along with the release. All right, an adult coloring book, an activity book. This is for everybody of all age demographics. I've been sending these out to homeschools. I've been sending these out to health vegan bars, people that got vegan restaurants. They've been ordering it. And of course, I've been sending it out to people who just want an activity book, adults who want, you know what I mean? They just want to have fun. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do the roll call. Shout out to everybody in the building on this beautiful Monday and whatnot. Shout out to everybody in the building on this beautiful Monday. Shout out to all of y'all. Salute, salute. Welcome to the show. Okay, welcome to the show. Let me go ahead and drop that link. I thought the mods might be in the building, but I don't see them yet. Shout out to all of my mods and whatnot. All right, let's do the roll call. We got Portland in the building. Shout out to Portland. All right. We got East Flatbush up in here. We got Cincinnati, Ohio. We got West Phoenix. We have the land of flowers up in this biatch. You know what I'm talking about? We have Montreal, aka Montreal. All right. Pasadena, California up in this thing. We got the DMV tapped in. Arizona's here. Shout out to Vegas. Shout out to CT, Connecticut, South Carolina, Georgia, New Orleans. All right. We got Hartford up in this bitch. November 14th. Bleh. Dallas is here. New Bedford, Massachusetts, Cleveland, Wilmington, Delaware. Philly is here. Columbus, Ohio is here. Cincinnati, aka the Seven Hills, is in the building. Pontiac, Michigan, in the building. Norfolk, Virginia, in the building. We got the town, Trenton, New Jersey. What's happening, man? Oh, DC proper, might I add. We got Blissings from the Bronx. Shout out to the BX. Columbia, Mississippi. Lenape, Crenshaw, Wichita Falls. I see you. I see you. St. Pete. Okay, now. Shout out to St. Pete up in this thing. BKNY. Talk black to me. What we talking about? Nothing. What they talking about? Nothing. What they talking about? Nothing. Peekaboo. Charlotte. Queen up. Charlotte. The ink is almost dry, Charlotte. The ink is almost dry, Charlotte. Charlotte. And we got Raleigh Durham been reaching out. Shout out to all of y'all. If y'all are in the building and y'all would love to see a Melanin Monday IRL in Charlotte very soon, maybe next month or the month after that, let me know. You know what I'm talking about? Because Charlotte be deep up in the building. Let me know. Let me know. Because they damn sure reaching out. You know what I'm talking about? They reaching out like y'all outside talking or something. You know what I mean? They like, we need you red and blue. You know what I mean? They done sent the kite, my ninjas. They done sent the kite. Peekaboo. And we also have people in Houston that have been talking to us as well. So I'm with all of that. You feel me? I told y'all before, the vegan chitlin circuit. I'm with all of the vegan chitlin circuits. You feel me? If I'm in Atlanta theoretically is a hub. So it's like boom, bop, bing, bop, boom, bop, bam. You got 6 hours that way, New Orleans, 6 hours the other way, Jacksonville, Duval. Yeah, you can move around. Then boom, 3 hours, the Carolinas. So this is a centralized location. We outside on the south side, me and Blue and the team and whatnot. We moving around. We, you know what I mean? Like we in real life. We don't see no borders. We don't see borders. I'm not flying nowhere though, by the way. I'm only doing a vegan chitlin circuit. I'm not flying anywhere. I'm good on the planes right now. Shout out to all of my flight attendants. Y'all stay up, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all stay up, man. We got you. We sending out all type of energy for y'all. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? But nah, I ain't doing that right now. I need that shit to shift back to what it was before. Something. I need something to give. But I'm just not gonna be up in them airways, them friendly skies and whatnot, thinking something sweet. And they got these dun-dun-dun pilots and whatnot. I'm good. So, okay, Charlotte is waiting on Schoolie and them. All right, we'll see. We'll see. I'll let y'all know what the announcement is when it's made. The ink hasn't dried as of yet, but we're definitely in the negotiation process for sure, for sure. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that pulled up for the last show on what was that, Friday? I was gonna do Saturday night live and sacrilegious Sunday, but think about it. I've been going super hard, pause, for like a minute now. I just wanted to take a few days off, if that's okay. Just wanted a few days so I could recharge. I didn't want to keep banging it, you know what I mean? So I was like, let me take a few days off. Let me just recharge my batteries. And like I was coming over this congestion. I won't call it a cold because it wasn't a cold. It was congestion. It was mucus, and it had me in a headlock. So we here now. Norfolk in the building, Augusta in the building, Greensboro in the building. You know what I'm talking about? San Francisco in the building. Shout out to San Francisco. So yeah. Shout out to everybody that was on the show with me and Blue. That was a dope show. And yeah. He said that they're DEI pilots. Yeah. That joke is gonna start running out very soon. Shout out to Joy Reid, man. We're gonna talk about it. Look, I don't celebrate the downfall, or I don't celebrate the quote unquote misfortune. I don't celebrate a black woman losing her job. God darn it. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't care who they are. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want that type of energy and whatnot. But I don't do that. But a lot of other people do. And they on the internet having smoke parties. They got the Joy Reid packs. They smoking on Joy, my nigga. They smoking on the Joy packs in these streets. Goddamn, I promise you. In these YouTube streets, I'll be flicking through the channels and I'm like, God damn it. They out there smoking on Joy Reid. What? I don't, yo, excuse me, pardon me. I know about Rachel Maddow because that's who my dad used to watch when I would come into the crib to come and see him. He'd be having Rachel Maddow on the damn MSNBC. He must love that woman. I'm not that familiar with the Joy Reid. I noticed she was not like us, right? That was already the word. So once I know that, I'm not even tuned in like that. I kind of block people out when they say that they not like us. You feel me? I wasn't picking up the vibes, you know what I mean? I wasn't drawn in type shit. You know what I mean? I breezed by the Joy Reid show a few times and I just wasn't magnetized into her auric fields and whatnot. Shout out to her though. She was crying her ass off. Yeah, somebody go check on Auntie because God damn it. I mean, man, they're gonna make a montage of all of the melanated people who caught the axe from the Trump administration. They're gonna put that shit on TikTok, man. They out here doing people dirty, man. It's egregious, the shit that I'm seeing, man. It's egregious. Who do you think? Who do you think that Joy Reid? Where could she pop up and do something? Because MSNBC ain't the end of the world, my nigga. You know she must not know what's happening on YouTube. They got people out here eating food and whatnot. You know what I mean? Is she gonna pop on Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn? Huh? I know she was Vicky Dilla's ops, so you know what happens to the ops, right? Huh? Huh? I know she was, huh? Yeah, Don Lemon. What happened to Don Lemon? What happened to Don Lemon? Where he at? He had a deal. He had a deal with X, Don Lemon, Roland Martin. Yo, there's like a fuck. There's like a fucking. 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 There They got like a there's like a fucking detention. There's like a fucking it's like a you know how they had Hell's Rejects and whatnot? You know what I'm talking about? There's like a Siberia for these niggas that they when they banish these black people, when they cut them from the contract. Look, look, look. Don Lemonade, right? I call him Don Lemonhead, but yeah, Don Lemonade. Look, it just goes to show you for everybody that be out there chasing this fake ass fame and whatnot. It would fit, you know, because YouTube can't, you know, theoretically, you can't get fired from YouTube. You can get your channel taken, but you know, you gotta be a big man after that happens and just rebuild. You know what I'm talking about? I could have been on the internet. If they got hold of my crying video, if niggas had, if they break into my phone and catch my crying video when I lost my channel, I'm finished. I'm just saying, it's better to build yourself up as an independent platform, right? Be self-made. Don't be on, because these people that signing us to contracts and whatnot, right? These people that be signing us to contracts in perpetuity, everybody want a fucking deal and whatnot, but don't want a deal. Huh? Alexa, turn the TV off. You can't get fired from YouTube. You could get canceled, but you could uncancel yourself, right? With just a fucking email. You could come back on YouTube with maybe like a faceless channel. You see, I was faceless, right? I was like, they won't see me this time. They won't see me this time. I came back faceless. But what the fuck? Don Lemonhead, Roland Martin, and Joy Reid. What if they start a whole channel together called Lemon Joy Martin? Or Roland Lemon Reid? Or Joy Martin? It would have to be an acronym of all of them together. I think they could form Voltron and shake the fucking internet, man. Turn the TV back on. You know what I'm talking about? They got it in them. They got it in them. They got bars. You know what I mean? They got bars. You know? But yeah, man, God bless them in their journey, man. They should become streamers type shit. I could see Joy Reid on the stream on Twitch. Fuck YouTube. I could see Joy Reid on Twitch. You know what I'm talking about? Doing hair care and shit like that. You know what I mean? At a hair salon. She could go live. She could stream from a salon where they wash her hair every other day and give her a shape up. And then she could just talk that shit that she been talking, that Democratic coonery, that demon crack coonery. God damn it. I hate to be a Drake fan and a Democrat in the last few years. It's really, you know, the gods have not been in your favor. Somebody should have read y'all your cards and told y'all to get out before it got too hot. Because God damn it. Yeah, Joy Reid is the sister with the bald head. It's just been L after L after L for you niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Aubrey fans and Democrats. Worst week ever type shit. You know what I mean? Hate to be you. You know what I'm talking about? God damn it. And the L's are going to keep on coming. You know they just getting started, right? I would have fired myself type shit. The fuck she thought? I would have fired myself. You know what I'm talking about? You should have seen the axe coming, sis. You know? You should have seen it to the point she was crying. She was crying like she was surprised and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She was crying. She got a whole, her shit is a meme right now. She was crying like she was surprised that these people got rid of her, right? As if she wasn't the work. I mean, as if she wasn't the help, right? The help for who? For the Democrats. But if you pay attention if you really pay attention to the climate, right? Just take a temperature check of mainstream media, right? All of the fake Democrats who was against Trump, either they in the central, they've been centralized, they standing in the middle right now, meaning that them niggas have piped down, or they went all the way over to the dark side on some Anakin shit. They over there flipping crackers more than a saltine factory, bro. They flipping crackers more than a saltine factory these days. These white folks got no loyalty, bro. You know what I mean? One day they Democrat, next day they MAGA. You know? Next day they on a MAGA shit. All of the businesses are complying. They're all turning straight. They're going on the dark side. Bro, Apple, Tim Cook, right? Apple. They just committed $500 billion to Donald Trump's administration. They talk about America first, but them niggas really coming to Donald Trump with $500 billion in a bag. Huh? Apple, the same people who got them goddamn Africans in them fucking caves and the mines and whatnot, and they paying the mercenaries to carry on a genocide in the Congo as we speak. Apple, right? All of these phones that we got from these cocksuckers are quote unquote, you talk about blood diamonds, shit. What about blood coltan? What about blood coltan? You know what I mean? What about blood cobalt? You feel me? All these devices got all kind of blood on them. These shits is the energy that's on these Apple devices is crazy. The things that they getting away with in Africa. They could have solved homelessness with a pledge of 1/10 of the damn $500 billion. But out of nowhere, they like, yo, we giving $500 billion to Trump's America. Then you see what Facebook, MAGA, the acronym for MAGA, Microsoft, Apple, Google, and Amazon. That's MAGA right now. Microsoft, Apple, Google, and Amazon, and all of them, right, which are considered the CEOs who are very high profile, right? They're technocrats, right? They're technocrats. Somebody was asleep at the wheel when these people snuck in the side door and whatnot. The technocrats are poised to take over because they're in bed with the government that will allow them to get in bed with them. Super facts. Because these quote unquote Christian nationalists, right? I'm going to look for a clip from Steve Bannon. I saw it yesterday. He basically said what people saying quiet out loud, right? You know, he's very unhinged and whatnot. And they're not hiding it. It's just that our people don't know where to look for the story at. Yeah, a Joy Reid in a Trump administration, we need somebody who is quote unquote, we need Vicky Dillard to take her spot. We need an energy like a Vicky Dillard. We need investigative reporters. I'm not going to slam that sister and whatnot because like I said, she got enough people on top of her bald head right now. You know what I'm talking about? She don't need an extra, she don't need no extra lumps from me and whatnot. They lumping her up. Everywhere that I turn, she getting mad lumps and whatnot on her bald head, right? But she was a mouthpiece. All of these people at MSNBC, you got to look at their writing staff and the executive producers and whatnot. They're just like, I could sit in front of a teleprompter all day. Like if I was reading from a script, I don't have to be the one to read the script. I'm just a face in front of the camera who people like to look at and whatnot. So they will put a script in front of me and tell me, read this for $10 million a year and whatnot. And then I commence to reading. That's what you see in these talking heads. That's the difference between them and us. That's why they not like us. When you see them with these papers on their tables and whatnot, and they got somebody handing them a paper, that's literally a script that somebody else wrote and whatnot, and they have somebody in blackface speaking out on their agenda. So for any of these leftists, liberals, democrats, progressives that sat up for 4 years and was quote unquote promoting the agenda, and you know what the agenda is, right? With a straight face, where they were putting children in danger and they were quote unquote demoralizing this society. Yeah, fire burn on all of them. That's called Babylon. So we don't shed tears for Babylon. We don't hold no place. We don't hold no space for Babylon. They get what they deserve and whatnot. You feel me? They're not like us. They're pushing an agenda. They're not here for the truth. They're only going to give you what is called propaganda, or what is called half truths and whatnot. This is called controlled opposition, and it's a whole lot of them. It's a whole lot of them at this point in the game, based off of the C-19, the Jabberwocky, based off of the Kamala shit. There's breadcrumbs. There's breadcrumbs to show you who the fuck these people are who are not like us. There's breadcrumbs to show you who sold out. There's breadcrumbs and digital footprints to show you every time that there's some weak ass agenda, these are the same people up there clapping their cheeks, right? Roly poly, Charlemagne, right? My dude, shout out to my guy. What's his name? My son and Tamika Mallory, by way of Al Sharpton, right? There's a whole bunch of people. Benjamin Crump, that whole goddamn, yeah, and all of the lackeys from hip hop that they dragged along with them, the Plies of the world. You know what I'm talking about? All of them niggas. All of them. All of them. I don't even think this nigga was getting a check. Everybody that they gave millions to when they was out there handing out all of this taxpayer money and whatnot, yeah, them niggas. The court gestures, right? The ones that told you, yo, go ahead and take that poison for some French fries or for a pizza. And yeah, those people, right? So we're not surprised at the end of the day. They use you and they throw you away. MSNBC used that woman up and threw her away, right? They got the phone call. Look, y'all niggas get in line, get down or lay down. And they're laying everybody down and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? You know how everybody was cutting their dreads off last year? Everybody was doing the big chop. Niggas was cutting them locks off. Yeah, this is what that is. Yeah, they're cutting the locks off, nigga. They out there cutting them locks off. They doing the big chop, my nigga. It's the big chop in corporate America right now. You know what I'm talking about? It's the big chop. They chopping them off. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dead weight. We don't have no use for you no more. You already helped us with the pushing of the poison. You pushed the Babylon lifestyle. When in Rome, you pushed the Roman way of life, Don Lemon. Good looking. Here, take your pink slip. Huh, no pun intended. Right? This is how that shit works. No loyalty. I mean, if you was playing on that side and you was sitting back in the green room just looking at this shit on the big screen, you tell me, what do you see? Because I know what I see. Y'all niggas are peons and whatnot. Like, there's none, no loyalty, no integrity on that. DL Hewley, no integrity. What's the Tavis? No, what's this? Ricky Smiley. You know, I'm talking about the groveling Negroes, not the niggas on the fence. The ones who was like, yes, sir, boss. I'm going to straighten these niggas out. You know what I mean? The groveling Negroes. Them niggas. The groveling ones. The ones that are for sale. Van Jones, crying ass. Huh? All of them. Uncle Fluke. You know? Yeah, all them George Floyd hires is get the fuck up out of here. No disrespect to anything, but nothing lasts forever. That was a finesse, my nigga. 2 times. Yeah, Suge Knight damn sure called out, put Snoop on the chopping block once again. I heard about that years ago. Put him right back in the light. Like, hold on, whole list. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Tupac. We're gonna see what happens when Keefe D trial starts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you never know. Yeah, Fat Joseph. Yeah, Joey Crack. You know what I'm talking about? Joey Crack. It's a few of them. It's a few of them. Groveling. No shame. Will sell you out in a motherfucking heartbeat. No pride whatsoever. They not standing on nothing. All of their talking points come from ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that was a finesse. When y'all got those checks, when y'all got those gigs, when y'all got those positions, when y'all got those raises and those bonuses, that was the George Floyd finesse. How the fuck did you think it was gonna last forever? Right? How is this catching anybody by surprise? A finesse is a finesse. That shit dries up. It wasn't a well, my nigga. It was a bucket. It was a bucket. Yeah, Joe Zempic. Joe Zempic. You feel me? Joe Zempic crack. You know? And Jaguar Wright got an award at Mar-a-Lago. Facts. The fuck? I don't know what's going on. You know? So everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. The rappers have been exposed to a degree where they cannot help themselves at this point. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. You got rappers becoming streamers. Tiger, right? Rising power to his Umi. T-Pain, T Grizzly, a whole bunch of them. Niggas is trying to do streaming right now. They not even rapping no more. The rappers have been exposed. The ones on the top have fallen and whatnot, right? It got so hot in the kitchen that everybody had to get out the motherfucking kitchen. So even though Jay-Z was able to beat his case and whatnot, even though Jay-Z was able to be exonerated from the first charge, right? That is going to make him completely fall back and move in a way where, you know, he's gonna do his best to not make that shit happen to him again. So that party has died. That whatever that party was that they was on, that party is over. No more Rock Nation brunches. No more niggas pulling up in Marv and whatnot. No more brunches. No more Rock Nation lunches, my nigga. That's over with. That's a bygone era. Everybody has to reset. Everybody has to change clothes. Everybody has to jump back and reassess this shit because this dude was about to lose billions. Huh? He was about to lose millions if the accusations were credible. That was an instant 200, 500 million wiped off the board, the same way that you see a stock market go red one day and they like, yo, this is the biggest loss that we've taken. Well, goddamn it, artist is a stock. Artist is a stock. A personality is a stock, just like that. Your shit could go completely red and you could lose $500 million for real. The same way that the goddamn market goes red. Your ass could go red too. Cold red, my nigga. You getting dropped by everybody. The people that put money into you want it back. The people that invested in you want it back. The deals that you had get canceled. They get eliminated. They get the ink that's supposed to be drying up, that contract gets ripped up. So fuck around and he get convicted of something. Oh, you talking about billions wiped off of the board. So they can afford that. You know what I mean? This one was a close call, but it ain't the end. It ain't the end all be all for the whole thing with the Hova shit. But you gotta have a Diddy tape to prove something. They gotta have that nigga in 4K, red-handed, before they even step to him, because they're going to show the attorney Busby, right? Who they already barred him from practicing in New York City. This is the Busby lawyer who everybody was like, oh, he a dog and whatnot. You better watch out, Jay-Z. He be catching bodies. Well, it looked like it looked like they taking his measurements and whatnot for his casket right now. The Busby dude. They lining him up. They sizing his ass up for a pine box. You know what I mean? They barred him from practicing law in New York City, right? So all of that shit that he got on Diddy and whatnot, he might not be able to deliver that. Not to say that he can't put it in the hands of another lawyer, but his days in New York is over doing law. He's barred from New York. He's barred from New York, right? Whatever takes place in the world of hip hop and the subsequent downfall or the quote unquote taking apart of hip hop, right? Incorporated, not hip hop, the culture, but Hip Hop Inc. It's going to fall directly on the shoulders of the FBI's new director, Kash Patel. Let's go and look at Kash Patel real quick, y'all, and see who we're dealing with. I want you to think about J. Edgar Hoover. When we go and we find out who this new director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the house that J. Edgar Hoover built, right? J. Edgar Hoover built, right? The cross-dressing, right? Non-white, because he was not white, right? J. Edgar Hoover was passing as a European. He was not that, right? He hated who he was, but he wasn't a European. He was able to single-handedly dismantle, disrupt, and derail multiple Black messiahs. Okay? He was able to successfully eliminate, assassinate, and incarcerate multiple Black messiahs. This is J. Edgar Hoover, who was being blackmailed by the mafia, right? The Italian mafia and the Jewish mafia, because they knew about his secrets that he was into men. As a matter of fact, they were the ones setting up the freak-offs so he could get his thing off. Facts. This is all facts. This is not TikTok, my genius. This is not TikTok. This is real facts. You could chat GPT it. You could Google it. You could deep seek the shit. You know what I mean? So, yes, Meyer Lansky had him with the blackmail. Meyer Lansky and them was laying him up. Huh? He was a power bottom. Facts, pause. Right? He allowed white supremacy to thrive. He allowed the quote-unquote homeland terrorists to continue to terrorize. But he stopped Marcus Garvey. He stopped the Panthers. He stopped Black Guerrilla. Oh, he went through 7 presidents. This is J. Edgar Hoover I'm speaking of. This is the man who built the FBI. The FBI is comprised of Mormons and Jesuits, right? It's been said, allegedly, that he had his hand in the JFK takeout, right? But he had his hand in a lot of people taken out, he had his hand in a people being taken out that you would never know about because they're unsung, unnamed, because they were able to spot the messianic force in them and knock them off. Okay. So yes, and it's when I said that they're comprised of Mormons and Jesuits, that in and of itself is a code word for closeted gays, right? Let's just be clear. That's like the remember Angel and Demons? They had the nigga that was whipping himself. That's like that's a Jesuit. That's like one of those Roman soldiers, that you know what I mean? One of those alphabet people and whatnot. They're that person. They're in Game of Thrones, I think it was Alex Greylove or something. The dude that they were torturing and whatnot. They're that type of archetype and whatnot, right? Yes, J. Edgar Hoover was a passing ninja who hated all ninjas. Okay. So I just wanted to put that into context when we go and check out Cash Patel and whatnot, because my spirit is telling me that J. Edgar Hoover is back. That's what my spirit is telling me. That although this is an Indian, that means nothing. Don't get it effed up if you don't know who the Aryans or the Indians are, and you don't know how much they despise people who look like us, right? So not only will he be leading the FBI, right? They got him leading the ATF. Okay? They got him leading the ATF. Right? Hoover was Clayton. The FBI put a hit out on Dick Gregory under him. That's what I'm saying. They were after anybody melanated who had messianic, quote unquote, traits. So when you hear them say that there's a war against woke, when you hear them say that there's a war against woke, when they lean heavily into the war on woke, right? And they lean heavily into the war on, there's a culture war that's taking place in America right now, and they're leaning heavily against woke. What the hell do you think that they were saying in the 60s when they was going to war against our people? It was different language, but it was the same context. We're going to war against counterculture. We're having a culture war. These are enemies to the state. It went from nonviolent into violence very quickly. It went from nonviolence into violence very quickly. Okay? Once they knocked one person off, that started the cycle of bloodletting and blood spilling and whatnot, and executions and assassinations, and they turned up from that point on. Right? So be very wary of the language that they're using about going to war against wokeness, because in that war, if they so happen to find a Messiah, they are going to do everything in their powers to take that Messiah out some way, somehow. They're looking for any leaders in this woke thing. They're looking for messiahs. They're looking for who is the head, who is the leader, who is the mouthpiece, who is the brains behind these operations. Okay? And Mark G says, this is fear mongering. I'm scared. Okay? So let's go ahead and check out Patel. Right? Give me a minute. Let me go and get another story on him other than this.
Patel tells FBI employees to pause any responses to Doge email. By Sarah Fortinsky. FBI Director Kash Patel told employees to hold off on responding to an email sent at tech billionaire Elon Musk's direction asking federal workers to list their accomplishments during the previous week. In a memo obtained by News Nation, Patel said the Bureau would handle future responses to the Office of Personnel Management, OPM, inquiries. FBI personnel may have received an email from OPM requesting information, Patel wrote in his message. The FBI, through the Office of the Director, is in charge of all of our review processes and will conduct reviews in accordance with FBI procedures. When and if further information is required, we will coordinate the responses, Patel continued. For now, please pause any responses. Musk, who has led the White House effort to slash the federal government, announced Saturday afternoon on X that federal employees would soon get an email requesting to understand what they got done last week. Failure to respond will be taken as a resignation, he added. The message, reviewed by The Hill, told federal employees to please reply to this email with approximately 5 bullet points of what you accomplished last week, copying their manager by 11:59 in the evening Eastern Standard Time, Monday.
So already there he's Patel is throwing his power around as the new head of the FBI, and he's defying the orders that Elon Musk put out there to basically, you know, kind of like puff his chest out like he's the man calling shots and whatnot. So Patel came right in, right? He ain't been in the office but a few days. He came right in there and was like, nah, we not doing that. Fuck is you talking about? Like, we not moving like that. We not, this is the FBI, bro. Like, you're not just gonna come in here and tell the FBI what it is that we are going to be doing, right? So this nigga looks crazy, bro. And somebody said that the woke people that they're going after is the politicians. And I mean, they could sell you that. They're not selling that to me, bro. If that's what they're selling to you, no problem. I have no problem with that. I know what I'm looking at. You understand? I know what I'm looking at. I understand what I'm looking at, bro. I do my research. I know what the fuck is going on behind the scenes and whatnot, and underneath the surface of what they're saying. Yeah, we're draining the swamp, guys. Yeah, we're kicking out you know, those you know, we're getting rid of all of those. No, nigga. That's the surface. That's a no-brainer. What I know is this is the same people that's telling the quote-unquote KKK that this is the same agency that's putting out reports that says we're falling back from all investigations. We're falling all the way back from everything race-related in America right now. We're shutting down the police database, right? We're falling back from any investigations against white supremacists in America. That's what we're falling back from. And we're moving forward to placing the cartels as terrorists. And I'm just saying, yeah, he got some Dravidian in him, right? But he's a Patel. Okay? He's a Patel. Right? And they follow the quote unquote Aryan. They're the ones who introduced the caste system to the European and whatnot. They're the ones who introduced the caste system to the European. These are the same demographics of nationality in America that's at the top of the gross, at the top of per capita in all American households. Who sits at the top of it? The Indian American. And I ain't talking about Tonto either, nigga. I'm not talking about Tonto. I'm talking about the Patels in them, right? Above the Asians, above the Jews, above the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, my nigga. Above all of them, they're at the top. They didn't get there by helping niggas out. Okay? They didn't get there by brokering deals with the homies. That's not how they got at the top. Right? They don't fuck with us at all. At all. And they don't make no hindrance about it. You try walking up in the home of a red dot, squeezing on Shorty's garlic naan buns. You know what I mean? They will, bro. You ain't you want to see racism? You want to see classism? So this is Donald Trump's pit bull. He is a MAGA. Before he even knew he was gonna get the job, this nigga was already a fire-breathing MAGA. He's dark MAGA, right? And yes, they're going to clean up the quote-unquote FBI. They're going to Letitia James in New York City. If I were her, I would resign, right? I would resign and I would go to Ghana and help EYL and Chaka Bars build a city type shit. If I was Fanny, if I was Fanny, I would get up out of here until shit blow over. Look at this nigga. He don't look right. You know what I'm talking about? He don't look right. He look like one of them people that get mad and they start getting cross-eyed. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. You know? I don't trust him. And number one on the hit list of the Patels. Yeah, they control most of the Caribbean. That's right. And ask the people in the Caribbean about the Patels and about the Coolies and about the Indians. One of the things, if you were to quote unquote ask them who's at the bottom of their totem pole, you know who's gonna come up. You know who's gonna come up. So not only do they have my dude up in the FBI, right, running shit right now, he got help. You know what I'm talking about? You can't have one without the other, right? So they got two culturally ambiguous, quote unquote, guard dogs now in the FBI. So Dan Bongino, he's an Italian, Bongino, right? Former Secret Service agent turned conservative commentator whose fiery support of President Trump earned him a massive following, seen him banned from YouTube for promoting misinformation. Bongino, right? He 50 years old. He hosts the Dan Bongino Show, a syndicated radio show and daily podcast that was ranked the 7th most popular podcast in the fucking US. This nigga has motion. Do you know how, nigga, the 7th? The 7th? Yeah, he's a beast on Rumble. Yeah, I'm on Rumble. I see him on Rumble and whatnot. I see him on Rumble, right? What's the name of the villain with the big brain? Is that Megamind? This nigga look like Megamind. Look at this nigga's brain. What is he thinking? What's on your mind, Dan? So Trump brought Dan into the FBI as the deputy director, the man who will serve next to Kash Patel. If you niggas is out here, if you Negroes are still out here doing federal crimes, I'm just here to let you know. Hang it up, my nigga. I heard Amazon is hiring, bro. I just don't want it to, I don't want it to be you. They about to send all of you niggas to lay up with Cuffy. The fuck? They're sending you niggas to lay up with Cuffy, because check this out. They labeled the cartel terrorists. They didn't label the KKK terrorists. They didn't label the white nationalist terrorists. They didn't label the Proud Boys in them terrorists. They labeled the cartel the terrorists, right? So anybody that has dealings with the cartel is now aiding and abetting terrorism. They're about to invoke a conflict at the border with the cartels. They're going to utilize the weaponry and the artillery that the Israelis utilized against Gaza, which was heavenly AI. There were shows where we did it where we was like, yo, they was using AI. That's why they leveled Gaza in such a fast, efficient way, right? You talk about Department of Efficiency. They leveled that place to rubble by you, and they caught about 40 to 50,000 bodies by using technology. This is the first time on a major scale. They didn't even do this with the Ukraine and the Russian war. They specifically, exclusively did this in Gaza, right? So what was taking place though, right? And what everybody around the world was witnessing was the advance of the new warfare, or the new field of warfare, both in the Ukraine war. The Ukraine war introduced you to the weaponized drones and whatnot. That's what the Ukraine war brought, right? The Gaza conflict introduced you to AI, LLMs, large language models that were militarized and weaponized as quote unquote weapons of mass destruction. That is what took place just now. They're not talking about it because, you know, as you can see from them firing Joy Reid, you know what I mean? All of the media is controlled. You can't talk about shit that they don't want you to talk. And all of the media are small hats, and they all serve the agenda. Big tech, big media, big pharma, all of them are big in bed with the big bad you know who, right? The big bad demon them, big bad Babylon, right? And we're going to talk about Babylon falling a little bit more as we continue. But there's going to be a conflict at the border. The same time when they're deporting people, they're going to be ramping things up against, because they didn't declare the cartel as terrorists just to sit around and leave them there. They brought Cash fucking Patel, my nigga, into the FBI to lead the shit. This is I study my enemies. I study the ops. I study everybody on the chessboard. You need to know who these people are so you understand what type of mind state is taking place right now. You got to understand what's being fashioned before your very own eyes. You feel me? They are building up a very quote unquote with Elon serving as who is the right hand man to Adolf, as Elon fulfilling that role, and then bringing in all of these quote unquote moving pieces. Oh, they're preparing some real other shit. This is a crusade that you're seeing. Do we have any spooks that sat by? They got rid of all of the spooks, my nigga. The fuck, that's what the DEI shit is about. That's what we're gonna lay off all of the federal workers. We're gonna lay off the IRS. We're gonna lay off the they were talking about laying off the CIA. So they got rid of the Joint Chief of Staffs, who was the highest serving man of color in the administration. The highest serving help. That nigga got his walking papers by Trump the other day. You know what I'm talking about? And all of the spooks was at the White House for the Kodak Black motherfucking boozy badass black remember that was the Black History Month at the White House with boozy badass and Kodak crackhead black. Go figure how fuck we are as a people, right? White House, Black History. This shit was a shit show, but hey, what do you expect? Like, I don't expect anything else at this point. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect nothing else at this point. It's all gonna be a shit show. It's all gonna be a shit show. There's nothing else that they could produce but a shit show at this point. You know? It's all a shit show. Okay? So whatever spooks that are at the door, they was at the motherfucking Trump celebration of DEI Black History Month with Tiger Woods and fucking Boozy. Okay? That's where we at with it. You know what I mean? That's where we at with it. Yeah, it's Gobbles, right? Goebbels. That's who Elon Musk is. Here you go. White House celebrates Black History Month despite his anti-DEI order. Like, I'm just confused as to how the fuck DEI became associated with everything melanated in such a short amount of time. Like, god damn it, this shit wasn't even a conversation a few years ago. This is all post George Floyd foolery. It was window dressing. It was window dressing. It was trickery of the highest order. It's like sending a shorty a cash app because you like her. You know what I mean? It was just trickery, bro. Tomfoolery. The fuck? And people got to snap out of that shit. We don't need no goddamn DEI. We need some UNITY. The fuck? We need some UNITY. We need some people that's really serious about doing something to do it. And stop sitting on the fucking sidelines eating fucking hot wings and watching this shit like it's Netflix and chill. Astaghfirullah. You niggas should be ashamed of yourselves. So yeah, they was over there shucking and jiving. You know how niggas do. You know what to expect from nigga. You know nigga activity. You know what it is. You know what I'm talking about? You know what to expect from my people at this point. Let's not act surprised. Niggas are on clown timing, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. It ain't even 1% of us that's on this time right now. It's 0.0001. 0.0001. You know? I can't go through this full speech because you know. Here go the spooks that sat by the door. These are if there was a nigga in the White House, they was there that day. If there's to be any niggas in the White House, they had to show up that day. So there go your Negroes in the White House.
Thank you.
Right?
Wow. This is some crowd. How are you? Well, we found. Congratulations also to a really good friend of mine. He endorsed me early, and he was one of the best surrogates you could have. The surrogate is when you walk around and go on television shows and they go try and beat you up, but he beat them up. They didn't have a chance against Tim Scott, Senator Tim Scott from South Carolina. Months ago, the people in this room and millions of other black men named Leo 2.0 Terrell. Where are you? Get up here. Get up
Look
here.
at Angie Stanton.
I love this guy. You know what he's doing now? He's with the Department of Justice. He's in charge of civil rights.
Right?
Is doing that. Thank you, Mr. President.
Our new administration.
These are your spooks. Go email them. You know? These are your spooks. Go and email them. They in the crowd with their phone up like they teenagers and whatnot. Like, nigga, it's over. It's over. You know? It's over, my genius. It's nothing to, There's nothing to lean on. There's nothing to lean on at this point. The fuck? Niggas is not getting, I'm not waiting on none of them niggas to do nothing at all. You know? Everybody gotta find their purpose first and foremost. And then they gotta find out what position they're gonna play and then play it. Because from the looks of things, people are playing their part. People are playing their part. Sometimes niggas got to get on their knees, bro. Sometimes niggas got to get on their knees to get what it is that they want. Sometimes you got to grab an ankle or two. And they grabbing ankles and they on their knees. So that's the part that they're playing. That's the part that they're convincing certain niggas at home to play. That's the part that all of you niggas that were on the Trump bandwagon, they're trying to make this shit make sense. That's the part that y'all are playing. You compromise yourself through your mind and whatnot, and based off of your, I don't know. Whatever your limit is, like whatever your, you know what I mean? Some niggas, it don't take much. It don't take much. You know what I'm talking about? It don't take much. We are not the same. Yeah, they got to use the throat spray with the motherfucking well, they got the throat spray with the throat spray with the mouthwash. Yeah, niggas is grabbing ankles right now. You feel me? Niggas is grabbing ankles rather than stand on their own and whatnot. And rather than, yeah, the breath strips, the motherfucking breath strips, yeah, that's what they on. They about to give some good neck. You know what I'm talking about? Gumby, damn it. You know? How do you exceed in Babylon, brother? You don't have a lot of options. That's prostitution talk. You understand? And it's a lot of male prostitutes out here. Don't get it twisted. When I say prostitution, it's not gender-based. You understand? Please understand that we in Rome, and the majority of the prostitution in Rome is male prostitutes. Okay? The woman is entertainment. You know what I mean? It's male. So they got people selling out whatever they would have stood for. They don't stand for that no more. You got niggas compromised. They folding and whatnot, like folding chairs. You know what I'm talking about? They bending, they're folding. They're in fear. They're going to put, the average melanated man is going to be put in so much fear that they're going to conform. They're going to bend at the knee. Donald Trump is going to bring niggas to their knees, bro. He's going to make niggas heel. Bend at the knee, he's going to break, right? A lot of people who don't have strong backs, strong shoulders, and strong legs, he is going to break them. That's what he's going to do. And unfortunately, it's not a lot of people out here with strong backbones because they were not prepping for times like this. You can't expect a nigga to just snap and be on some warrior shit and be on some strongman shit in times like this if they weren't prepared for this, if they weren't prepping for this, if they weren't living a life where they were quote unquote, mandated, right, to be groomed for times like this. How do you expect somebody to just snap and be like, yo, I'm giving up all of my comfort zones. I'm willing to give up all of this fake ass acceptance. I'm willing to not fit in. I'm willing to stand on business and whatnot, to stand on what the fuck I know inherently in my heart and in the fibers of my DNA is standing up for the right motherfucking causes and whatnot. Niggas is not on that right now. They chasing a bag and a follow. You know what I mean? And a pat on the back type shit. And this administration is going to give them all of that. They're going to give them all of that. They're going to break them. They're going to break off some breadcrumbs for these niggas. Look, they out here talking Billy talk, 500 billion. One nigga said 500 billion. Another nigga came, well, I got 500 billion on top of that. Like you have the dice game, like they stopped up the bank. You know what I mean? And none of that is going to your people. Not a coin. Not a coin. So what do niggas on the sidelines do? Start clapping cheeks because they want to be a part of Make America Great Again. They're going to win. I want to send me to Mars. I want to go to Mars. They're going to want to be a part of the mythos. They want to be a part of this fucking dream. They want to be a part of this nightmare. They want to be a part of this fluff. And they're going to use the excuse, well, you know, there's not too many other options out there. Right? Yeah, nigga. I heard that language before. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas is on a blade. You know what I'm talking about? That's blade talk. So I ain't even paying attention to the stupid shit going on. You know what I mean? I ain't even paying attention to the stupid shit. To be honest with you, a lot of shit that's taking place is deserving. Some is niggas' hands call for it. You know what I mean? It's deserving. It's part of a karmatic cycle, bro. It's nothing to be taken aback by. It's like, what else did you think was gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like, you literally are day by day drifting further into a dictatorship. But what the fuck did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? What did you think is going to happen? And then on the other end, we need to implement a black race treasury ASAP. Look, man. Look, a black race treasury. Yeah, the black race can't even agree who the fuck black is, what black is, where black is, who black is, why black is. That's going to take about 100 years. That's going to take about 100 years because it's already taken up about 10 to 20 years of quality time that we could have been building and doing some shit. Niggas is arguing over that shit to this day with no end in sight whatsoever. It don't look like there's no end in sight on that one. So nah, that ain't it. What a fucking time to be aligned, though. What a fucking time to be aligned. You feel me? Only those who are not aligned are going to feel what is known as manufactured fear and the pressure that this administration is going to apply to their citizens and their subjects and whatnot. I ain't about to feel that type of pressure. You know, I'm actually prepared for days like this. This is nothing, you know, it's another day at the office. It's another day at the office. And I'm not waiting for no goddamn handouts either. The fuck? Niggas is disgusting. You know what I mean? It's just disgusting activity. It's disgusting behavior. And some of that shit needs correction. You know what I mean? So who is going to correct the hard-headed motherfucking brutes out there? Who's going to correct that shit? You know what I mean? People need some correcting, bro. Niggas need some correcting. This is not Dorothy. We're not in Kansas anymore, my G. This is not Romper Room. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, this is Animal Planet, and it's acting up. And it's acting up. We've been here before. Shit doesn't happen like this. This is not our first rodeo. This is not our first rodeo. And this is not our first time in a MAGA Fest Destiny type of situation. We've been going through, we've been dealing with this quote unquote being, right? And their recessive ways and their imperialistic ways and their have not versus the haves. We've been dealing with this quote unquote virus for a very long time. I'm surprised that you surprised. You know, I'm surprised that you surprised. And to add to the whole narrative, right, as to what's going on in these streets, let's take a trip to Rome, y'all, because we talking about Rome, we talking about Babylon, right? We talking about Babylon, we talking about Rome, we talking about the quote unquote the symbol of these people and whatnot. Well, we are entering into a time line, right? We are entering into a cycle where they are about to lose a pope. Okay, they are about to lose another pope, right? The pope is terminally ill. Do you know what that means? You know what terminally ill means? That he's not knocking on heaven's door. Okay? I don't know too many people who come back from being terminally ill, right? If he's terminally ill, chances are he's already gone. Okay? He had pneumonia in both lungs. Okay? They basically are practicing his funeral rites in Rome right now. Let me show you. Blue Pill already talked about it. Terminally ill funeral rites practice. So they have a movie out right now that's making a lot of waves and whatnot, and it deals with the quote unquote choosing of a pope. What's the name of that movie? If anybody knows the name of that movie, it's been collecting awards and whatnot. Okay, it's been collecting awards, whatnot. So all of that article that I'm looking for, that didn't come up, but they did have him where he's gonna have a simple funeral, blase bloom. But yeah, this Pope right here, Pope Francis, who happens to be a Jesuit, yeah, he's out of here, y'all. You feel me? The Conclave is the name of the movie is Conclave and whatnot. Yeah, he's out of here. You feel me? He's out of here. The two popes. Yeah, Conclave is the movie. Yeah. You know? So Angels and Demons showed the electing of the Pope as well. I remember that. That shit was mad eerie. Feel me? So, like Blue Pill points out, this is his bars. I'm not running with his bars. The last Super Bowl in New Orleans, not this one, the last one with Beyonce, where they had a blackout. Remember that Super Bowl at the Dome, where they had a blackout and she came out like the Black Panthers and she was in formation and whatnot? You remember that? Right after that one, that's when Pope Francis came into power. Right after that one is when Pope Francis came into power. This is the Super Bowl with Kaepernick, yes, and the Ravens, right? And Pope Benedict stepped down, right? Pope Benedict stepped down, and this was the first time that this has happened in 600 years. It was an anomaly, and he allowed Pope Francis, who's a Jesuit, take the reins, okay? Pope Francis, who happens to be a Jesuit, takes the reins, right? So yes, New Orleans, which is home of the Saints, after the Kendrick Super Bowl, right, where he puts on a similar, the Beyonce demonstration when it happened, made a lot of waves in the community and in pop culture because it was like, wow, that was a statement. Wow, what was she trying to say? Wow, she was dressed up like the Black Panthers, invoking that type of energy, blase, blase, bloom. So now you got Kendrick with his Uncle Sam thing where he blew, he got the American flag and Uncle Sam, and the revolution will be televised, highly politicized, very symbolic and whatnot. Theoretically, if you were, it was a ritual. I mean, when niggas is out there grabbing women's titties like the Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, and other things going on, that was a ritual. So the Beyonce thing was a ritual, and the Kendrick was a ritual, right? The Pope opened the portals to his doom. Feel me? Game over at the Super Bowl halftime show. Game over, right? Game over. So coincidentally enough, after this Super Bowl, you have the Pope in hospice, right? Like, what kind of bookend type of, situation, ceremony are we seeing right here? You feel me? Like, what the hell is that about? Is that coincidence? Nothing is coincidental. There's no coincidences. You know what I mean? How many popes did you see coming, so it's up. And it might be some Haitians, Jamaicans, and Africans on the line right now watching me, or you might be in a household where they go hard for the Pope and whatnot, and they are heavy on their Roman Catholicism, and they call him Papa. They call him Papa. The Pope is called Papa, like Big Papa, right? And he's Francis, right? Praying Mantis. He's Francis. And Big Papa lost his mama the other day in the form of Aletta Wallace. So yeah, Blue Pope Pablo called it out. We went to New Orleans. We was in front of the church. We did the lecture at Ital Garden, Man in the Garden. You know what I mean? And it was Pope Pablo who put the order out. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? We all have a date type shit. Nobody's here forever. So I'm just saying, I don't want to offend nobody that's in the audience that carries the faith. You know what I mean? I'm not judging you. I'm just smudging you. You know what I'm saying? But and it's looking like that clock is ticking. It's looking like that clock is ticking. Man, there's a lot going on. So the 27th and the 28th is going to be an alignment, right? I want y'all to make sure you take full advantage of that alignment. I want y'all to make sure you don't miss out on these windows that have been opening up and whatnot. You feel me? We want to make sure we take full advantage of all of these windows. We got to take advantage of every opportunity that we see fit. You know what I'm saying? And begin to steer things in our favor type shit. Like I said, nothing is going on that's not supposed to happen. Donald Trump coming through, wrecking shit with a wrecking ball is supposed to happen. Let it happen. The fuck? Nigga. The Elon Musk throwing the not that all of that's supposed to happen. It was written. All of this shit is a part of a script, right? Antagonist, protagonist, hero's journey. It is what it is. It's just it's season 5 or 25, depending on how you look at it. But it's supposed to go down like this, and everything is going according to plan. Oh, these niggas is getting washed up. Don't make no mistake about it. But like I said, you know, people need correcting. You know, some people need correcting. You know, be the observer. Be the observer so you don't take none of this shit serious. Are you not entertained? I'm not taking none of it serious. I might get shocked. I still have reflexes. I might read some shit and be like, oh, my goodness. You know what I mean? I might show some signs of surprise. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? None of this shit surprises me. Not a thing. Not none of this. Let these people show their fangs. We said it before. We ordered our racism hot, steaming, and not cold. You know, we want to order our racism hot and steaming and not cold. You know what I mean? I don't want it hidden anymore. I don't like playing that game. Kendrick showed you it's all a game. Kendrick, do you not know how to play the game? I don't want to play that game. Give me this shit up front. I don't want to entertain. Are you not entertained? No, we don't want to entertain liberalism. We don't want to entertain leftist liberalism, Joy Reid, help, illusion of inclusion, propagandized, feel-goodisms. We don't want it. It doesn't serve us. We like our bitters, not our sweets. You understand? We need some bitters right now. We need some papaya seeds type shit. We need to detox, but we need it through bitters. So after these people finish giving us the bitters, then what they have to offer us, hopefully niggas will detox off of the tits of Romulus and Remus, which is the wolves in Rome. When in Rome, my nigga, you got to move like Carthaginians, and you're not moving like that right now. So if you're not moving like Hannibal, my nigga, yeah, you're going to feel boxed out. You're going to feel misplaced. You're going to feel like Tim Scott and them niggas. Oh, they're just using us. You damn right. You damn right. Nigga. If you still need us to paint the picture for you, then nigga, you need a prescription. You know what I'm talking about? You need to go to lens crafters because the writing is on the wall. You could be a race trader and help them win their race, but once they win their race, they're gonna turn around and cut your head off. You're not needed. You're not going to Mars with them. Wherever they said that they're going, you're not going with them. You can help them get there, Cash Patel and you niggas, but you're not going with them. They might even close the door on Elon's weird ass. You know what I'm talking about? You are not going with them, but you can help them get there. Okay? And if you still standing around trying to be the glorified help, my nigga, we're going to treat you like the help. But at the end of the day, it's not up for, it ain't up for debate in my humble opinion. I'm not even going to waste time with niggas. Not even going to waste no time with these niggas. I know what the fuck, I know what I see. I know what's going on. I don't know everything, but I know that. And I know that I'm focusing on what's going to work. I know what I see. I know what I see, bro. I know what I see. I don't need it to get to the level of where it's cold red. I know what I'm looking at. Basically. You know? And at the end of the day, so be it. So be it. The fuck? I ain't intimidated at all. I'm like, shit, let's go. Let's fucking go. You feel me? Let's go. Let's get this shit rolling. Let's get it going. As you can see, a lot of people who look like us, They don't have the answers, bro. Because if they did, they wouldn't be running around crying and whining and emoting and kind of low-key sending out signals of defeat. They're asking for a way. They're literally asking for some type of the niggas ain't even start applying pressure, and these niggas is already asking for a way out. They're already asking for a way out. You could tell in their conversations, bro. You could hear it. They not the resist. They not trying to resist. They like, yo, man, whatever we could do to sit at the table, bro. Nigga, we'll play the kitchen. We'll hold the kitchen down. Just don't do us dirty, Trump. You know? Let me tell you something. What a time to be aligned. This shit is going to be heaven on earth for anybody who got their mind right and who don't, quote unquote, need the validation of open enemies and people who are non-validators to fucking stamp them. Nah, I'm good. You got to draw the line somewhere. You know what I mean? And hopefully this shit will cure some niggas of their coonery, but chances are it's only going to make it worse. You know what I mean? Chances are it's only going to make it worse. It's the pedigree, man. It's the pedigree of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't have faith in them. It's the stock is fucked up. You know, it's the pedigree. These niggas don't have what it takes. So focus on you. Focus on you. Don't get invested emotionally, physically, and mentally, and energetically into what these other niggas who are literally cursed. You know what I mean? Stop aligning yourselves with the losers. And I ain't talking about no damn voting either. Stop aligning yourself with the losers. Straight like that. And get with people that are winning. You know? The fuck? Get with the people who are on winning time. That's the best thing that you could do at this point, and start phasing out all of that shit to whereas when you hear about it, you laugh about it. You know what I'm talking about? When you hear about it, it's laughable. You got to get to that type of place. You know what I'm saying? When you and your circle and your network of friends and your AI likes, y'all just sitting out, y'all in a group chat laughing at shit because at this point it's hilarious. If you running around on some Chicken Little, the sky is falling, my nigga, you on the Joy Reid Kool-Aid, nigga. You got the Joy Reid haircut. You know what I'm talking about? You live in Joy Reid's building. Don Lemon head is the fucking doorman type shit. You know what I mean? You stuck in that prison. You stuck in that cell and whatnot. You gotta break out of that shit. You know? You gotta break out of that shit, man. And we got it in. We have what it takes. We have what it takes to be independent thinkers. We have what it takes to be, quote unquote, swift on our feet. We have what it takes to look at this shit. We can eyeball it and figure some things out. I'm not going over there. I don't have no business in that shit. That's not none of my business. I am not dealing with that. What I am going to deal with is all of the potential that's going to arise because these people are acting like assholes, right? That's going to open up opportunities galore for those of us that are on frequencies that are unfuckwittable. Yeah, that part, nigga. You're a global citizen, by the way. Huh? How about that, nigga? Your ass might have to sneak across the border to get up out of America, but you lit. You know, you're lit. So yeah, you know, if you into some street shit, my nigga, hang yourself at this point. And I, you know, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm gonna just say, nigga, you're risking it all. You're risking it all. They sending niggas to El Salvador. They're going to demonize, because remember, Donald Trump and these crusaders have to reestablish the rule of law, right? and they have to fill up the private prisons, but they have to reestablish the rule of law, right? And they want blood. They want blood. They want to cut their teeth. They're going to cut their teeth on the migrants. They're going to cut their teeth on the cartels and whatnot. And then they're going to cut their teeth on the gangs. And after that, they're going to cut their teeth on all of these other frivolous niggas that are out here committing murders. All of that shit is nigga Cash Patel, bro. That's all I gotta say. Cash Patel with a sprinkle of J. Edgar Hoover. Look it up. That's what he's giving. He's gonna give niggas full J. Edgar Hoover treatment. Watch and see. You're gonna see some shit happen with the FBI in a quick amount of time. These people are going to radicalize. They're going to turn that shit into the G-men for real. What do I think about Jamal Bryant and his boycott of Target? Jamal Bryant didn't tell them niggas to go to the new Black Wall Street now, right? So with all of that talk about boycotting Target, right? What is Jamal Bryant? When is he gonna drop 100 bands? Because that's what it's gonna take. 100 bands to basically bring some inventory over here that's going to rival, right? There should be lines outside of New Black Wall Street with people constantly selling out inside of New Black Wall Street if these niggas is talking about boycotting Target. Fuck out of here. I don't believe none of that shit. It's all a hustle. It's all a hustle. They talking about a boycott. What the fuck is a boycott, bro? What is a boycott? The nigga define that. I try to GPT it. There's no such thing as a boycott. What the fuck is a boycott? Oh, a boycott is a reverse boycott where we go places and we just buy shit. Nigga, have you gone to the West End to buy some shit? Have you gone to New Black Wall Street to buy some shit? Have you gone anywhere where melanated people are struggling to keep their doors open to buy some shit? No. So get the fuck out of here with all of that stupid shit. What the fuck is a boycott? This nigga said, let's go to Costco's. Like I said, y'all can play them games with these people if y'all want. Nigga, I'm done. These are all memes to me at this point. I'm doing meme magic. You feel me? I'm taking my feelings out of this shit and I'm performing meme magic. It's all meme worthy, you know. And hopefully we could get a meme coin out of these niggas, because other than that, what else is there to do? The coons are gonna coon. The niggas start cooning even more under pressure. Like when, you know, under stress and duress, you get more coonery. It's not like it's gonna slow down. It's not like you're gonna get niggas are going to effeminize themselves. They're going to break themselves. They're gonna buck break themselves, right? And they're going to quote unquote tap out. Facts. They're gonna tap out. And for the ones that don't tap out, they're gonna become court gestures until Donald Trump tells them niggas sit down and have some fucking pride, nigga. You see the statue we built of MLK, nigga? Be like him, type shit. Yeah, shout out to pretty boy Floyd Mayweather with the purchase of all of the buildings in Manhattan. I guess sitting on the laps of those Zionists helped him out in the long run. They threw a bone at his ass. They threw a bone to him. Shout out to him. But he's in bed with the Zionists, so he could never get respect from me personally, because at the end of the day, I already know who I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? I already know what type of person that I'm looking at. I know the stock and the pedigree. He'll sell one of us out in a minute for the small hat. You know? He aligned himself with baby killers. Like, so I don't give a fuck what he do. None of that shit means anything. You know what I mean? To me personally. You know? So What do you stand for? What do you, because I know what you will fall for if I know what you stand for. What do you stand for at the end of the day? That's what it boils down to it. All of these, you know what I mean? Niggas could swipe the Amex and get anything. What do you stand for? Which nigga, what's your modus operandi? You know what I'm talking about? What are you aligned with? If you 10 toes, nigga, what is your toes touching? You know what I mean? If you 10 toes, what is your toes touching? You know? So there's a lot of clown shit going on with people who are not leaders acting like they're leaders, trying to take leader-like positions. Then you got clowns who be buying shit and dangling receipts around and be having niggas all in there. Oh my goodness, he's the greatest. You know what I mean? All of that shit. We've been going through this for a very long time. I'm not impressed. You know what I mean? I'm not impressed. To be honest with you, at this point in the game, the people that's really making moves don't need to be out there being loud and boisterous. You don't need to be on these podcasts. You don't need to be out in the public. You don't need to, you don't need, this is not the climate for that. You let the clowns run the circus and you fall back and you build in private and in secret, nigga. This is not the time to put your neck out there. This is not the time to try to be seen and heard and whatnot. This is not the time to be famous, nigga. This ain't the time. You know what I mean? This ain't that time. So everybody that you see running around and whatnot, clout chasing, then you already know what it is, bro. The fuck? You already know what it is. Let these niggas do what they do. But just be clear as to what it is and what it's not. You know? Just be clear. And I don't mean to hearken on this artist because y'all really think that I'm in, you might think that I'm like fanned out and whatnot. But the approach that Kendrick Lamar has taken as an artist and as a chess player, and just as an example of how to move and whatnot, I can't necessarily find too many other examples as to that's how you do it. You feel me? You let your art speak for yourself. You cloak yourself in your art, right? So you don't have to make statements. Like you don't have to put yourself out there and make statements and expose your hand and show your hand and show your. I'm upset that I've spoken politics and religion with niggas. I should have kept that close to my chest forever, right? When you do things like that, you cloak it in entertainment and whatnot, or you cloak it in the arts. So it's not seen as, first of all, you make a bag for it, you get some publishing rights for it, which could pay you forever and your children's children. You make art out of it, which could be commodified and whatnot. It's up to interpretation rather than it being so direct and so concrete and whatnot. But what happens if somebody breaks the concrete? What happens if you change your mind? What happens if you mature? What happens if you was wrong, right? Make it subjective. You know what I mean? Make it to where it's up for interpretation. Cloak it in art if you're an artist. If you're an artist. Everybody's not an artist. If you're an artist, do such. It will take nothing away from you. It will take nothing away from you, right? You lose nothing in the process. Right? When it only come outside when it's time to come outside. That's what I learned from the Kendrick shit. He maintained a very low profile, and his low profile actually benefited him in the long run. Feel me? It didn't hurt. It benefited him versus somebody who's always outside trying to be seen, trying to be heard. You know what I mean? Mr. Look at Me and whatnot. Drake, Aubrey, right? You know what I mean? He's everywhere. He's always tweeting and whatnot. He's always online. He could be found. You could find this nigga. You can't find Kendrick. He's not always online. He's not always tweeting. You don't know what he's up to. And when he pops out, it's for business. And then he goes back into his quote unquote hiding place, his man cave, his hole, his mansion, his bat cave. Like, get out the way. That's an art. You know what I mean? And it's almost like an art of war. It's Machiavellian and whatnot. And he showed you how to move. He wasn't running his mouth. He wasn't talking. He wasn't doing all of that huffing and puffing and whatnot. He wasn't bumping his gums. You feel me? He wasn't out there going live and shit like that. He wasn't taking up space. No, that's not. He was doing the opposite of that. He was remaining mysterious, laying low, keeping a low profile, right? Being undetected. And then when he popped out, it was a movie. What they talking about? None? Huh? Right, Don? What they talking about, huh? What they talking about, huh? What they talking? None? You know? So I respect the movement. I respect the movement. Anonymity is the new famous. Yes, and privacy is a luxury these days. Take it from me. For anybody that's out there trying to be face known and you want to be, yo, it's overrated. Don't fall for the okie doke. It's a motherfucking poison pill. You want to be able to eat in peace, my nigga. You want to be able to, quote unquote, eat with your children and your loved ones in peace. There's nothing more annoying than having mad people in your mouth while you eating, bro. So people be chasing fame, notoriety, and all of this stupid shit and whatnot, when actually the opposite of that is where motherfuckers really are thriving in. So I'm going to just let that shit marinate and whatnot. But before I get out of here, I'm going to just share something with you that me and Blue put together with Brother Rich. You know, it's the beginning of something. We'll see how it starts, and then we'll see how it ends and whatnot. But this is the beginning of a new venture that we are doing with Brother Rich, a musical venture. This is like poetry. It's not hip hop, you know, Schoolie Red type shit. Niggas is of a certain age right now. We doing the poetry spoken word genre right now. You feel me? So Brother Blue Pill went crazy on this shit. This is his genre. This is Blue Pill's genre. I'm a visitor in this genre. Let's be clear. I'm a visitor in this genre. I'm just getting my feet wet in this genre. I'm assisting the good brother. But this is where this is his shit. This is what Blue Pill does. So let's go and check this out. It's called Fuck America.
Yeah, to the earth, me, I'm a lecturer first.
Good.
All right, you right there, nigga. Yeah, man. So, you know, they on the TV talking all greasy and shit. You know what I'm saying? As if a nigga ain't sitting right there in front of me. It's my month. It's February. Look, man. Fuck America first. I've been a legend since birth. I will wet up your shirt. I'll leave you resting in dirt. Look, the meek shall inherit the earth. Watch how you speak, trying to measure my worth. I was the president first. I was sent here to measure this earth. Yeah, I settled it first. You from the desert and dirt. I lived in heaven on earth. Look, go play with them people. They can't go to the depths of the earth. Me, I'm a lecturer first. To entertain the second. I will aim a weapon. Look, the letters disperse. Your head'll disperse. Let's hit a freestyle of a headless jerk. Look, you came in second. You rather be behind bars and let them work than stand in front of the bars of the second verse. Look, let them work. The devil's curse. I will level earth. Drop a bomb from the metaverse and cause a quake on the second earth. Red alert. He was born to make you better let him work. Smooth as Gerald Levert. Eyes wide, very alert. Look, stop carrying other people's weight like surrogate births. I'm in ciphers, eating steak, prepping to work. If you dare invoke supremacy, That evokes the authority to evoke superiority. Remember me as the oldest ones on the olive tree. He who came first laid claim to the earth is what I read in the policy. So pardon me. Look, show some respect for your elders, the tellers of odysseys, foretellers of prophecy, sellers of bodies, cheap as property, the welders of your reality. Look, you a child to me, no need to burn calories, stressing myself over abscess tissues with daddy issues. Grab a tissue and get over it. Only time we seen him at home was when COVID hit. Now you can relate to a world we was forced to have ownership over, when none of us wanted to own the shit. No sir, I remember nights on the sofa, on the phone with Pops begging him to come over. I was just 5, wanna be by his side like a gun holster. What he meant to me is extreme as heat. He can lean on me till I got a numb shoulder. Instead we got cold shoulders which leads to numb hearts, and that numb heart grows heavier than lead once dead forever, and the heart gets weighed against the feather. This icebox needs a jump start. I'm attached to the one guard, but this rust in my heart got me feeling like I got some parts out the junkyard. Battery shot, need to replace the transmission. Man, listen, since daddy wouldn't hear me out, I ain't been able to hear no man spitting, talking about no damn mission. I see my pops abandon the fiction, needed to refurbish our fam living. We deserve this, no more grand flipping, defeats the purpose. I noticed he smokes weed with nervous, stressing when he couldn't afford needs to purchase to be of service. So he needs a searching. He heard our tummies, came back with dirty money that needs detergent. He seemed determined. We never seen suburban dream excursions. We lurking in urban environments, trying to not become beasts of burden, conspiring. Bursting in tears and fear, he won't be returning in years. For 10 years, they had him in there perspiring. No rent there, but outside, he left 2 homes with rent due. Mouse wide, my mental occupied with the evil that men do. To put food on utensils on the south side, we outside. America first. I've been a legend since birth. I will wet up your shirt, leave you resting in dirt. Look, the meek shall inherit the earth. Watch how you speak, trying to measure my worth. I was the president first. I was sent here to measure this earth. Yeah, I settled it first. You from the desert and dirt, I lived in heaven on earth. Go play with them people. They can't go to the depths of the earth. I'm a lecturer first. It's perplexing me. How you y'all can ever stand next to me, respectfully. If this is how my kids act today, father, then I'm getting a vasectomy. Deep researchers like Gemini 2, red and blue, came to aliens and women are too. They drove back in the streets watching the federales phone tapping. We don't tap in the chrome blasting, they bone snapping. Cold-hearted in they chrome fashion. We own hip-hop, they own rapping. Titanic records, they their own captain. They deporting the plugs. Uncle Sam, they importing the drugs. IRS is sorting the most important of thugs. Pumping Trump coins, then pulling the rug. Yeah, put triple X on X and Elon pulling the plug. But they go together like bullets and blood. Pumping, dumping, full of them slugs. I'ma hit up Kendrick for his Pulitzer plug. My love the naked land. No Diddy, but every day we make a band. Make a plan and shake a hand. Went from no plugs like a clicker man to sitting on throw rugs and quick stand. Dropping off loads, break man. Red and blue purple like Young Brock, living on a naked brand. We living off the sacred land. Go outside and take a brand from my nature's hands. Smoking on ancient plant. I'm a patient man, time to take a stand. I'm a Kendrick with a dragon hand. Make sure we can make a man. Leave you drunk smoky like the Jamaican man. What if you found out that the moon was really a space station? And the nation of God and earth was really on a vacation? What if it was the curse of the ancients that gave birth to a nation? And at the Super Bowl, New Orleans, they turned the turf into a PlayStation. Game over. The revolution was televised. Discovered Uncle Sam was telling hella lies. The terror firm was being terrorized by the devil guys. While the gods is raising hell on earth as we stare into the heaven's eyes. I've been a legend since birth, November 14th, 1975. 75, 75, 75.
Good, good.
Alright, you right there, nigga. Yeah, man, so you know.
Yeah. So that right there is America First. You know what I mean? That's America First. That shit go crazy. I've been listening to that on repeat. You know what I mean? It sounds better in the studio. Yeah, Blue went stupid, yo. He left this planet. You know what I'm talking about? Got me back in my writing bag. You know what I mean? So that's when I said that. When I said you gotta cloak your talk in the art. You know what I mean? You gotta cloak your conversation in the art so you can stand in front of the world and swing your sword and whatnot. They're going to accept that before they accept somebody standing up there yelling at them. You feel me? You got to, you know what I mean? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You feel me? Yeah, so we're going to cook. Rich said 500 of those and niggas will be legends forever. You know what I mean? 499 more of those. And then we in our bag, you know what I mean? And I'm up for the challenge. You feel me? So this is a new lane unlocked, and we're gonna walk down this path, and we're gonna do what we need to do. But that's some grown man shit that I'm comfortable with. You feel me? Not to take anything away from rapping and hip hop and whatnot, but this is like battle rap. This is like spoken word battle rap for me. So I'm like, yeah, let's do that. You know what I mean? Let's get in that bag. Shout out to all of my pens out there, all of my writers. Let's get back in that bag. Let's start writing. They're giving you a lot of shit to write about. They're giving you a lot of shit to write about. Get in your bag so you could set it up to where you don't have to worry. Your art will support your dream. Your art will support your mission. Your art will support your legacy and whatnot. And you could be free by expressing yourself and burning down Babylon or writing about Babylon as it burns and whatnot. We need more artisans. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, all right, shout out to Lico TV. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all get your copy of the 44 Tops. This is our Cosmic Soul project. This is not the song that you just heard. This is not the poetry. This is the red and blue purple like Prince, the Cosmic Soul for the family and whatnot. And we'll be back. Melanin Mondays. We have Techno Tuesdays. And we have a special show on Wednesday that we're going to be doing. We got 2 shows. We have our class, AI Accelerated. And we also have part 2 with Alkebalon 44, B-Del 1014, and Blue Pillar 44. So y'all make sure if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do subscribe. If you are subscribed and you didn't hit the notification bell, you hit that bell so you're notified when the show is up and when we going live, so y'all could be in the building. It's going to be a big one. This is our big one right here. So with that being said, peace, love, and light to the family. We will see y'all very soon. You dig?
Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we're stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man is going to to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.